right, let's jump right into the topic of this video. First, I want to say my tone is going to be a little bit different with this video because I want to tell it like it is. YouTube is not all rainbows and unicorns. The journey with YouTube is going to be different for every person. There is not a magical sort of manual that's going to teach you how to do it. Your journey is going to be different. Everybody films on a different device. Everybody edits on a different editing software. What they do with their editing software and how creative they are is going to be different. How you make your thumbnails are going to be different. Do you see what I'm saying? So everybody kind of has the same level playing field, but getting right off the bat, you're going to be a little bit different. The first thing that I want to say is, do I think YouTube is for everybody? I absolutely do not. I don't think it has anything to do with looks. I don't think it has anything to do with weight. I don't think it has anything to do with editing. However, you need to have a topic that people want to listen to. You need to have a personality that draws people back, and you yourself need to be able to read your audience. And so I think that's what separates the successful YouTubers from the unsuccessful ones. I will say you have to have a few things. You have to have a great personality. I'm very introverted, but when I'm in front of the camera, it comes out. You have to be tenacious. You can't give up. If you want something, you need to go for it. You need to be able to research. There is so much information out there. When I needed to figure out how to put music into my video, I just Googled it. I went to YouTube and I figured it out. There's so much training, but nobody's gonna hand you these answers on a silver platter. You have to do the research for them, if that makes sense. So the first thing I want to talk about, and guys, if I look down, I apologize. I took a bunch of notes, and at the end I have some questions that you guys asked because I do feel like there's a lot of important things to sort of mention. The first topic that I want to talk about is, why do you want to start your YouTube channel? I think this is a very important question. If it's for money, I want to caution you, it may not be for you. To be quite honest, YouTube can be expensive. If you want a second income, you are probably not going to see that second income at least the first year and maybe not into the second year. Once you get monetized, and monetized means you're able to earn money. To become monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. That's before you begin making a dime on YouTube. Once you get monetized, you don't automatically get a check. You will not get a check until you've reached $100. So once you're monetized, it could take 3, 4, 6 months before you actually see a check. So if you are counting on YouTube to bring you a second income, that's probably not going to happen for a long time. Also, YouTube can be expensive, and so while you're working to make that second income, you're actually taking out items or money from your first income to support your YouTube channel. Can you start a YouTube channel without spending a dime? Yes, you can, but I think it's very rare that you find somebody that can actually do that. Do you want friendship? Some of my best friends have been found on YouTube. That is not why I started my channel, but it's definitely been a perk. You can find people, but you have to be able to reach out and network. Do you want to be famous? Probably not going to happen. Probably only the top 0.5% of YouTubers are famous. I watch a channel who just hit 1 million subscribers, and she films vlogs every day, and people say all the time, how many subscribers do you have? They don't know her. She has over 1 million subscribers. So, and she's been doing it for 10 years, okay? If you want to do it as a hobby, I think that is 100% great. I think you need to remember that you need to keep it as a hobby. And I think you need to be very careful in asking bigger YouTubers who's not, their channels are not a hobby, to help you. Unfortunately, I've been caught up in 2 or 3 collabs lately where people just didn't understand how it worked, and I got burned a few times. It's kind of made me step back and realize that the hobbyists and the people that want to do it as a career are 2 different people. So if you're starting your channel, you need to understand that if it's a hobby, that's great. If it's a business, that's great, but you have to do the work. I will have been doing YouTube 3 years at the end of January, and I'm not even at 8,000. And I don't think anybody can debate how hard I work. So know going in that it is a lot of work. Okay, the second thing is determine what kind of content you want to create. So when I started my channel, I really thought I was gonna have a vlogging channel. I learned very quickly that I am not a vlogger. Do I think I have the skills to vlog? Absolutely, but I don't enjoy it. And over the course of about a year, I sort of morphed into an unboxing channel. I do throw some lifestyle videos in, some beauty, which I really like, but for the most part, my core is sort of fashion and beauty and lifestyle boxes. So figure out what your content is and be original. There are so many unboxing channels, and I'm not saying you shouldn't start an unboxing channel, but what is gonna set you apart from everybody else? That's what you need to figure out. A great example of a channel that I absolutely love is Catherine's Plate. Any YouTubers that I talk about in this video, I did not ask permission, but they're all people that I respect and really like. Catherine is an example of a hard worker. She never has asked anybody for anything. She consistently posts, and she has her husband taste test. She has her daughter filming, and she has figured it out, and she has grown steadily with consistent content. She posts really yummy food, really simple food that's really delicious. If you are someone who likes to clean, if you're someone that can maybe likes to do silhouette or Cricut designs with vinyl, figure out what your channel is going to be and understand that it can morph, okay? But find something that's going to set you apart. The third thing I want to say is naming your channel. Now, quite honestly, the reason that I didn't start my channel sooner was because I could not think of a name. Now, if you think you're going to have an unboxing channel, I would kind of suggest you don't name your channel Lee's Unboxing. There are people that have that name or a similar name. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, if you start doing unboxings and realize, wow, when I do an unboxing, I get 100 views, but when I do a grocery haul video, I get 1,000 views, that's the video that's gonna make you money. So maybe you need to go more into favorite, like more lifestyle type videos, and unboxings aren't for you, but now you've kind of pigeon-toed yourself into being Lee's Unboxings. Now you can absolutely change the name of your channel. However, if you've been a little established and then people go to look for Lee's Unboxings, you're now going to be relying on YouTube to re-navigate the people to your new named channel. YouTube is not always the best at doing that. So kind of take some time and think about what the name of your channel should be. Set a budget for your channel, even where I am now, and I make a pretty decent part-time living doing this. I have a budget. My budget is 20% of what I make is what I spend on my channel. And you have to be very disciplined with this because it's super easy to see there's a mystery box out there or whatever your content is that you want to do and spend extra money. You ultimately, even if you're doing this for a hobby, eventually will want to make money for this. Don't get yourself into debt. There's no reason to do that. The third thing is a background. Now my background is a little odd. If you're seeing me in June, Merry Christmas. I think you need a very clean background. Right now, this is driving me crazy. I absolutely love it for this time of the year because its subscribers have sent me Christmas cards, but I think you need a background that is very clean and very orderly. You don't normally see my bedroom this decorated. You can use a backdrop. A lot of people like them. I personally don't love them. I think they work for some people. Abby over at Abadabs, when I see her background, I think that is Abby. That is an Abby video. Tracy over at She Crafty, she changes up her backdrops every month. I think that is so fun, and that's something that's specific to her. A few people have sort of taken it up, but I just think you're copying. You're not being unique. That is unique to Tracy, in my opinion. Just Anne, she has beautiful backdrops that work with her makeup because she's a makeup channel and does these amazing makeup looks. And I think that she's very smart in the background she uses. You can buy backdrops at eBay. You can buy them on Amazon. There's a lot of places you can buy them and they're pretty inexpensive. I would say you definitely do not want to get a 3x5. You need to get the bigger size, like a 5x7 or bigger, in order to cover the space of your camera, because I did buy a smaller one. It doesn't work. You can see where it stops. So definitely get a bigger one if you choose to do that. If you are using your home, which I think is the best background in my opinion, just keep it very clean. It doesn't cost a lot to get a gallon of paint and repaint your wall. If you are you know, maybe have dated wallpaper, maybe find a different area to film in. There's got to be somewhere in your house that is pretty well lit, that looks a little bit clean and modern. Those are my tips. Again, you can definitely do a background for very inexpensive. Okay, the fourth thing is equipment. Now, this is a rabbit hole that every YouTuber wants to go down. I'm gonna be really honest, the first year before I started YouTube, I asked my husband for a very expensive camera. It's actually right here. This is the Canon G7X Mark II, and he did not buy it for me. And I was pretty pissed that he didn't buy it for me because I was gonna start a YouTube channel and I needed that camera. But quite honestly, I'm glad that he did not buy that because I did not need that camera to start a YouTube channel. You do not need a big expensive camera. If you have an iPhone 7 or greater, or a fairly current within the past year or two Android, you are going to be fine. The cameras in those phones are perfectly wonderful. If you can sit in front of a window that is natural light, that is the best light you can possibly have, and you have a phone, you are ready to go. To this day, I still film probably 95% of my videos on my phone. That is a New Year's resolution, is to use my bigger camera a little bit more. I did buy this for myself later after I started my channel. But I am going to give you, with that all being said, I will tell you, because I have a lot of people asking what equipment I use, what I use. So right now I'm sitting in front of a ring light, and I'm going to link every single product below. So you can just click it and it's going to take you right to Amazon. So ring lights can be anywhere from like $75 to $125. You can get bigger ones, you can get smaller ones. I have a smaller one and a bigger one. I really like the smaller one just a little bit better. That is my personal choice. And then I have two what are called umbrella lights. They just look like a big umbrella. They open up and they help diffuse the light toward you. Those are very inexpensive also. I got the umbrella lights first and I had them in my living room filming. My son walked through and was like, "What do you think, you're professional or something?" And then later I got my ring light and my husband walked through and was like, they do help the quality of your video, but they are absolutely not necessary. For instance, if you are filming on a rainy day, your light, it may be harder to film in front of that window. So it is nice to have a little extra light. Now, recently I have invested in a tabletop ring light. It is $25. It is adorable. It's actually downstairs, but it's a ring light. My phone sits in the middle of it and it sits on a table. So when I do videos where I sit on the floor in front of my bed, I just put a little table in front and that little ring light holds my phone, lights me up, and I'm ready to go. So if you want to invest maybe $25, that may be the way to go. To be 100% honest, I don't think it is the best quality, but if you're not going to use it every single day, for me, it just kind of gets thrown into the mix of ways that I film. I think it's perfectly wonderful. Another type that you can get, this is a tripod. Looks very interesting, right? It has a very, very heavy base. And then it's got this big sort of telescopic, no, it's not telescopic. Anyway, this big, huge arm. And then right here, you can put your camera or your phone. So if you're filming, say I'm filming a cooking video and I want my camera to be right over that pot of chili as I'm putting stuff in and stirring it up, this is perfect. If you use a regular, any kind of tripod and try to put your phone or camera straight down, the tripod tips over. This one's nice and heavy. If you want to do planner videos, this is a great one to just have in your wheelhouse as you're starting or as you're trying different videos. I'll link that one down below. Let's see what else. A camera. In my opinion, and I think most YouTubers will agree, the Canon G7X Mark II is the way to go. There is a newer version, the Mark III. If you are doing vlogs, people are saying that the zoom is not great on it. So this is a great one. It's pretty mid-priced and it's super intuitive and easy to use. So if you get to the point that you want a camera, that is one that I would recommend. And then I would also say a portable hard drive. That would probably be my first item that I would get. I asked questions about what people wanted to know about starting a YouTube video, and I had a lot of questions about storage on your phone. And so my best advice is to get a portable hard drive. I think mine has 3 terabytes on it. So I pay for extra storage on my iCloud. I actually purchased a phone that has bigger gigs on it. My husband just realizes that. That is a tax write-off for me. I'm not going to talk about taxes here. I am not an accountant. You can talk to your own personal people about that and research. But there are certain things, of course, that you can write off. Not telling you what you can or not, so don't take that as any kind of tax advice. But I did get a bigger phone with more gigs, bigger than the rest of my family, and I have a portable and external hard drive so that I can download my videos into there and keep them, and it doesn't hold all the space on my phone, if that makes sense. So I actually think that would be the first purchase that I would make if you're having trouble with and having to delete things off of your phone in order to have enough storage to film your videos. Okay, the next item is number 5, and this is editing software. Overwhelmingly, this was the part that you guys asked the most questions about. And here's what I want to say. People were like, we want you to show us step by step how to edit. Again, there would be probably hundreds of different combos. If you're filming on a Canon camera, there's 5 or 6 of those. If you're filming on a Sony camera, there's 5 or 6 of those. If you're filming on an iPhone or you're filming on an Android, there's several versions of those. Then there's probably 15 or 20 very popular editing softwares. Mix those into the combinations of what you're filming with. I can't teach you every single way to film on every single software with whatever camera you're using. So the best advice I can give you is research it. There is so much out there. Again, I talked about learning how to put music into my video. I just typed it in, how to put music on your video in iMovie, how to download a video into iMovie from my iPhone, how to edit on YouTube. If you just start Googling it or start searching YouTube videos, you are going to find exactly what you need. There are people out there that know what topics you're searching for and will tell you step by step how to do them. It's not hard. Now, I had teenagers, they work with computers in their school, they worked with Apple products, and so they had to do projects with iMovie, so they were able to start me out. So if you have a neighbor, a niece, a son, a grandchild, whoever that you could get you started, then that is a way to go. I will say if you have Apple products, iMovie is incredibly easy to start using. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just really easy. You don't necessarily have to be tech savvy. I am the least tech savvy person and I can figure it out. When I jumped from my camera and then editing on my computer, I still use iMovie, but it was a learning curve. I still had to figure it out. By that time, I have YouTube friends. My friend Favor over at Life with Favor is an editing guru, and she was happy to help me, but I'm also happy to help her. She calls me her YouTube Yoda, which is totally not true, but if she needs advice, she's always like, you know exactly what to say, you give me great video ideas, and so we are able to help each other in that way. So sometimes you can find a friend, but don't be afraid. Film that first video. There's no timeline to put it up, really, unless it's a monthly subscription box, and at that point you have really a full month to put it up. You can figure it out, guys. You can do it. I promise you can, but there's so many tutorials out there. Let's see. The 6th one is you need to have thick skin. The amount of comments that I saw saying, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm scared of the negative comments, I'm just going to hit you between the eyes. Maybe YouTube's not for you. You know, an Olympic swimmer doesn't say, I'm afraid to get water up my nose. They just do it. It's just going to happen. I'm being flippant, but honestly, you can't let negative people determine what you want to do, or not allow those people, don't allow those people to not allow you to follow your dreams. That didn't even make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Follow your dream. Don't let those people stop you. That is ridiculous. There is going to be negativity happen because there are sad people in the world. There are unhappy people in the world. And when I get one of those comments, the first thing I think of is something must be really upsetting them in order to be so ugly to a perfect stranger. You have a lot of power as a YouTuber. You can delete people, you can delete comments, you can block people, you can even block certain words that you don't want to see on your channel. So yes, it's going to happen. Yes, you're going to get a thumbs down. I laugh because I'll have people all the time say, I got my first thumbs down. Good job, you're doing something right. I have somebody who every time I post a video I mean, it'll be up 30 seconds and gives me a thumbs down. And I say thank you, because between me and the fence post, thumbs up and thumbs down work exactly the same on YouTube. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Any engagement, whether you get a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a comment, is all positive. YouTube likes interaction. So let it roll off your back. I say thank you to that person every time. I'm like, thank you. They don't know that they're helping me. They think they're being ugly. Just the way it is. So if that is your reason for not doing YouTube, I don't know what to tell you other than maybe it's not going to be for you, but don't let other people stand in front of your dream. Okay, the 7th item is the back office, what we call the back office or creator studio. So once you've filmed your video, typically what I do is film a video on my phone, and then I use iMovie. So I just take my video and download it right into iMovie. It's really simple. You just open the iMovie app, and then you tell it you want to upload something. It opens your camera. You pick the video or videos. Like if you have mini clips, like a clothing video where I might have 6 or 7 clips, you tell it all the clips you want added, and then you edit all of those together. Once you do that, you have to upload the video back into your camera roll, and then you download it into YouTube. Really easy. There's a button with a little camera. You push it. It opens your camera roll, you pick the video you want to upload to YouTube, and off it goes. Once your video is uploaded to YouTube, you have to fill out the back office things. So the back office things are, at the end of a video, you can have cards. I put 4 at the end of mine. I put the most recent video, the video that YouTube determines is the best based on your demographic. So every video will be different for every person, but it's going to be tailored to the viewer. And then my last 2 videos. So I choose what videos go up on those end cards. Super easy. Again, YouTube opens it up and you pick the videos. You just click it and it drops it right in. Takes 5 seconds. You also pick cards if you want to do a poll. Like sometimes in a clothing video, I'll say, tell me whether you like the shirt, click this I. Thing will drop down. You can say yes or no. You can put a poll in your video. You can put extra videos in. So if I'm doing a Stitch Fix video, I could put my last 2 Stitch Fix videos that come up across the top of my screen. So somebody might say, oh, I missed that one. How did I miss that Stitch Fix video? And they click it. You will do those. You will make a title. You will do a description box. Your description box should have an intro and any links you have to the video. If you're doing a Stitch Fix or a box that has a referral program, a lot of them do, that are open to anybody. BoxyCharm does, Ipsy does, everybody has the same referral program. Put your link in there. If somebody watches your video and uses your link, then sometimes, like with Stitch Fix, I might get a $25 credit. With BoxyCharm, sometimes if somebody uses your link, they send you a free product. If 5 or 10 people use my link, I won't get 10 free products. I'll just get 1. But it works the same for everyone. We'll talk about the perks more in just a minute. But you're going to fill out your description box. You may want to put your email in there in case they want to get a hold of you, or a business likes you and wants to work with you. So those are the basic things you're going to want to put in your description box. As you're bigger and companies are reaching out to you to work with you, there's FTC disclosures. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to put in your FTC disclosure. If you Google it or research it, you are going to find it. Right now, I will tell you they want it as the first thing that you see. This box was given to me for free. Again, I'm not going to tell you how to word it. You need to do your due diligence and figure that out. That won't come for quite a while, but just know that there are FTC rules that you do have to follow. Okay, let's see what else I have on here. Okay, then after you've done your description, at the very bottom, you're gonna hashtag in your description box. So hashtags help people find your videos. So if I do an Ipsy video, I might hashtag Ipsy, hashtag beauty over 40, hashtag beauty subscription box, whatever you want to hashtag it. I also hashtag Georgia Sunshine, so if people are searching my videos, they can find me. Once you've hashtagged those in your description box, they will actually show up above your title automatically. They only put 2 or 3 of your hashtags, but I typically put a few more. Then lastly, you need to figure out your tags. What are tags, you may ask? Those are ways that you tag your video. So when people are searching Ipsy November 2019, you're going to want to put that in your tags. They're the way people search to find videos. So it's basically a way to enhance the search engine optimization for your video. So if I do Ipsy, I might do beauty over 40, Ipsy November 2019, Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, Ipsy Glam Bag, Ipsy Ultimate, Ipsy versus BoxyCharm. Think of any way that somebody would be searching for that video, and you're going to want to put that in there. Now there are tools to help you. You can go to TubeBuddy and you can put in the title of your video and they will help you with your tags. You can go to Rapid Tags. Quite honestly, I was paying TubeBuddy and I paid TubeBuddy for about 2 months and could not find, I was doing pretty well with my search engine optimization was what I was figuring out, and TubeBuddy was not helping me anymore. If you're learning, I think it will help you, but to be perfectly honest, I did not feel like it, I just was paying for the beginner one. TubeBuddy does so many extra awesome things, but I didn't feel like for me it helped. There's vidIQ, there's a lot of ways that will help you tag your videos. I typically use TubeBuddy. No, I typically use Rapid Tags. Sorry, I use Rapid Tags. My brain's going a mile a minute. This video is going to be long and I apologize. So literally I'll just put in the title of my video and up will pop a lot of tags. Now I don't use every single one of them. I just don't. I kind of will cut and paste them into my tags and then I will mix them up a little bit. You can misspell things. If something is a popular item that is spelled 2 different ways, misspell it in your tags, because if people are misspelling it, they're probably misspelling it in the search, so that you want to misspell it a few times in your tags, if that makes sense, okay? So basically, I'm just giving you guys some things to research, if that all makes sense. Okay, the next item is number 8. We have 9 items and then questions. Number 8 is, how do you make money on YouTube? So there's several ways. The first way is by sponsorships. So a company reaches out to you and says, hey, we really like your content. We would like to work with you and we are going to pay you to do a video for us. Now you have to jump through hoops when that happens. I think I will have my first sponsored video. I thought it was gonna happen in December, but I think it's gonna happen in January. You sign contracts. You a lot of times will have to send the video into the brand. A lot of times in that video you can't mention other brands. They could have you, like if you're in your kitchen and you're doing a recipe, they could have you blur out the names of other ingredients, like King Charles flour or something. There's hoops that you have to jump through. It can be very lucrative. I have been doing this again almost 3 years at the end of January, and I am on my first sponsorship. So it does take a little while to happen. It is a little scary when a company asks you your rate for the first time. You have to know what you're worth, and you can use Social Blue Book to help you figure that out. You can just go research it. It tells you if a company just wants to give you do a little piece or a shout out in your video, or if they want to do a dedicated video. Based on how many subscribers and views you typically get, they'll give you a ballpark idea, so that does help. The second way that you can earn money, and the second way you can earn things, I won't say money, is through PR. Now, as an unboxing channel, I do get some PR. I really have been coaching, this isn't going to be popular, brands that you need to be looking at views versus subscribers, because there are people that have a lot of subscribers and not a lot of views. That's not helping the brand. I just reached out to a company, or they reached out to me and they said you have to have at least 5,000 views or 5,000 subscribers before we will work with you. So all that hard work, that tenacity does pay off, and it does help me to run my channel. As an unboxing channel, it is very expensive. I cannot afford every single box. So it does help when I get some PR now and then. The third one is affiliate links. Now, affiliate links are simply a link that somebody clicks on and you earn a kickback from. So Amazon has a great affiliate program. So if I say, hey, I really like this North Pole soap dispenser, and you think that is so cute, I need it, if I link it, Amazon might give me a cut of that. Amazon gives you pennies. Hear me now. Pennies. You are not going to be rich. I probably make $30 to $50 a month, sometimes more, sometimes less on Amazon. It's not making you rich. So if you see somebody has an affiliate link, just click it. It does help them. There is a company called Magic Links. So you can say somebody said, I really like the shirt. The shirt's old, I can't link it, but and say this is a brand new shirt. I could link it through Magic Links, and then Magic Links will give me a portion of the sales. If that particular company, say I got this from Nordstrom, I didn't, I got it from Transcend. But anyway, if Nordstrom works with Magic Links, which they do, I can get a portion of that. Again, it's pennies. It also takes 90 days from the time that you buy something in order for me to get a check. And you have to, I think, have so much money. I will put the link to Magic Links down below. Every little bit does help. There's also Share a Sale. So if you are a sewer or whatever, you have a box that you like, you can see if they do Share a Sale. And if they do, they will give you a portion for everybody that clicks your link. Again, it's typically not much for smaller YouTubers, but it is a way that even if you're not monetized, you may be able to make a little bit of money, okay? It doesn't cost you or your subscribers anything extra to click on an affiliate link, nothing. The price is not higher at all. The last thing you get paid on is views, and you get paid on views by AdSense. So once you sign up for a YouTube channel, you're also going to sign up for AdSense. YouTube will kind of walk you through that process. Once you've hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, then you will start getting paid. However, you have to make $100 before Google will cut you a check. So even if you get monetized, it's going to take you quite a while to get that first paycheck. So just understand that. But YouTube likes interaction. They like when you do lives. They like thumbs up, thumbs down, and comments. So all that sort of helps you out. It helps you get into the algorithm of them promoting your video. Okay, you also have to understand that monetization and making money on YouTube is a double-edged sword. You work your hiney off to get to a point where you do get PR or you do get paid for your video. But then you have a lot of people that think you have no business making money on YouTube and get very angry about it. I don't really understand it. I don't think you can deny the fact that YouTubers work hard, not as hard as, say, a coal miner or a heart surgeon or something like that, but we do work hard, and I think we deserve to be paid. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're going to go on to questions. I also wanted to mention another background that I really like that's super simple is Kitty's Boxes. She has just a really I don't want to say basic because it's really pretty. It's just a very simple background with just her vanity, and I think it's a really great background too. Okay, questions. I had a lot of the same questions over and over again, so a lot of these are paraphrased, and I didn't write down who sent the question. But how do you deal with hateful comments? I kind of have already gone over that. You have to let them roll off your back. Am I going to say 100% that people don't hurt my feelings? Absolutely they do. Most of the time now, I'm to the point where they just make me laugh. Somebody posted 4 different times something the other day, and I was like, I think I read it the first time. It wasn't even mean, it was just funny. You can block, but you have to understand that sometimes when you read a comment, you read it in a different way than it was meant. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. What advice would you give to someone starting a channel? My best advice is don't expect it to be handed to you. To be 100% honest, this freshman class of, and it's not everybody. So if you're watching this video and a newer YouTuber, I'm probably not talking about you, but there are a lot of people right now that come to bigger YouTubers because they want to collab and they want to grow from our subscribers and from our hard work. And I'm going to tell you that's left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So the best thing that I can tell you is to grow and work hard. And if you ask for advice from somebody, take it. Because I have somebody that asks me for advice all the time, and she takes my advice. Actually, 2 people. And I also have somebody in my past that's asked for some advice and doesn't take a stitch of it and wants me to do everything for her. And I've sort of cut off that relationship. Not to be ugly, but I am not in charge of growing your channel. So, sorry if that sounds harsh. How much time goes into a video from beginning to end? Depends. This video is gonna have some extra links in it for equipment and stuff. It's gonna take a little bit longer to put up. It's a longer video. When I edit it, this video is already probably gonna be 40 minutes. I've gotta edit it, then I have to rewatch it, then I have to upload it. It's gonna take a while. I could do a 5 or 10 minute Ipsy video, get it up, and by the time I filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, done the thumbnail, probably out the door in an hour. This video is probably gonna take me an hour and a half to 2 hours to upload. I just remembered that I didn't talk about thumbnails, you guys. Thumbnails are super important for your videos. They're what people see and make you want to click. There are several ways that you can do thumbnails. I think TubeBuddy does thumbnails. For me personally, I use PicMonkey and I use the app. The app is pretty easy. I will take a video after I've done the video. Like say I did Wantable today. So after I'm done filming Wantable, I will put the camera on and then I do this. And then I go through and I play that video back and I screenshot the best picture. You want to be up close, you want to have bright fonts, something that people are going to see. You don't want to be sitting way back so that they can't determine you from your background. But thumbnails are pretty easy to do, and there are hundreds of ways to do it. If you Google it, even I figured out how to do thumbnails, and I am not tech savvy at all. That is something that you upload right into YouTube also as you do your video. Okay, let's see. How do you schedule around a busy family, and how many hours a week do you work? It is totally hard to schedule around a busy family. I try and hit the ground running as soon as my kids leave for school. I'll try and film, and then in the afternoon I do my volunteering, or I do my meal prep, or my whatever I need to do in the afternoon. And then as soon as my kids come home, a lot of times I will be editing as they're working. But right now my husband and my son are downstairs and they're being really quiet. It's a Saturday night. I try not to work on the weekends, but that isn't always the case. How many hours a week do I work? I would say I work 20 to 25. And to be 100% honest with you, everything that I wrote down here, I did in my car. My house was loud. My son was playing music. He was talking to his friends on the phone. Being a teenager, nothing wrong with that, but I couldn't think about what I wanted to do for this video, so I went out to my car and I was quiet. Yesterday, I took my computer to Panera and I did 3 hours of work. I answered comments, I planned my January content, and a bunch of things like that. So sometimes you just have to get out of the house, and that is okay. You have to have a supportive family that does that. My family is very supportive. How do you get subscribers? Really, you get subscribers by posting good content. A lot of people, I feel like, again, with that freshman class, I feel like everybody wants to collab and take everybody's subscribers, but y'all are doing is swapping subscribers. And just because somebody subscribes to your channel doesn't mean they're gonna stay. So if you don't have good content, you're not gonna keep your subscribers. So you need to look at your views. Views are what you get paid on. Watch time is how you get monetized. Yes, you get monetized with subscribers also, but typically the watch time is where people are a little bit behind. So you just wanna make sure you're doing good content. Look at your week's worth of videos, or however many. You can film one video a week. You could film one video a month, but look at your last 5 videos, figure out what did the best for you, and then kind of keep track of what videos are doing the best. If you have a couple videos doing 200 and 2 videos that did 2,000, those are the videos topics that you want to focus on. What kind of budget and how long before companies reach out? Your budget is totally up to you. I've been very honest that I do about 20 to 25% of my paycheck goes right back into my channel. As an unboxing channel, I have to pay for boxes. Yes, I do get some for free, but not enough to sustain my channel. So your budget has to be your budget. I can't tell you what that's going to be, and it also depends on what your channel topic is. How creative do you need to be in editing? I think that's totally up to you. I think Just Ann used to say, I don't edit, and now she's learned how to edit, and now she's super creative and adorable in her editing, and I love it all the more because she used to say she didn't know how or she didn't edit because I think she wasn't confident in it, and now that she's done it, her videos are so fun. So I think your videos can be as creative or not as you want them to be. I think that's your personality. I don't edit a lot on my videos. I really don't. one of the softwares that I want to use this year is called Final Cut Pro. Actually, going back to editing software, I just realized I'm jumping all over the place, guys, that I didn't tell you some of the editing software to use. I use iMovie because I think it's very interesting, but some of the other ones that you may be able to use with a Android device would be KineMaster, I will link that below, Filmora. I actually did a quick search on the best editing software and these came up. I know several people that use KineMaster, Adobe, Prime, Final Cut Pro. So you can just sort of look for what is the best editing software if you have this particular camera or this particular phone, and it will tell you. Okay, let's see. There's only a few more questions left. How much time do you spend in the beginning versus now editing? It did take me longer to figure out how to edit, and now I can edit pretty quickly. If I'm editing on my phone, it takes me no time. If I'm editing on my computer, it takes me forever, only because I'm not as familiar with, even though it's the same software, in iMovie, it's different on the app versus my MacBook Pro. So it just depends on the video. Okay, a lot of people asked about the new COPPA law. Again, I am not a lawyer and I'm not an expert. I can give you some common sense things that I'm going to be doing. My videos are not made for children. So am I going to be putting emojis in my title? No, I'm not. If I'm doing a craft and it has Jenga blocks in it, I'm not going to be holding the Jenga box in my thumbnail that a kid's going to see and click on. I'm not going to put Jenga in my title. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to have common sense things that are not going to attract kids to your channel. But I'm not, knock on wood, I'm not super worried about it yet. How tech savvy do you need to be? I am the least tech savvy person and I have figured it all out. I've asked questions, I've researched, I've pulled my teens in, I've taught my teens a few things. That felt good. So you don't have to be super tech savvy. How often do you have to post? You post as often or as not as you want. I typically post 6 days a week. Some days I post 2 videos a day. Do I want to get away from that? Yes, I would like to post a little bit less, but as I'm building my channel, that is what I need to do to reach my personal goals. How do new videos filter through with the OGs? I think if you have a good video and a good channel, you tag it right, you thumbnail it right, I think we all have an equal playing field. The OGs are going to have more of a viewer base, but quite honestly, like I got my Ipsy at the end of the month and every single other YouTuber has pretty much put up their Ipsy. And I had so many people say, I've seen my other people unbox this, but I just come for your personality. So I think if people like your personality, you're likable, they're gonna watch your video no matter what. You just have to build up that clientele. If you're getting likes, if you're getting comments, YouTube is going to recommend your video more than if you're not. So that's a way that you can start working to build up your popularity. How do you not run out of space for your phone? So this was a very popular question. Use an external hard drive. They're not very expensive. I buy extra storage on my cloud, and when I upgraded my phone, I bought a phone with a ton more storage. It was just something that I chose to do, and my husband was supportive of that. And the last one was my sweet friend Lisa Smith, and it says, how do you stay motivated? And to be honest, that is the biggest hurdle for me as a YouTuber, is to stay motivated. There's no one that's going to tell me, hey, you don't have to post a video today. It would be easy for me to be like, I'm watching episodes of Housewives versus sitting here and filming a video and editing it, fixing my hair, doing my makeup, figuring out what I'm gonna wear. You have to be self-motivated, and it can be hard, but I will say that I have surrounded myself with really hard-working people. And to be honest, I set goals. I set goals for myself, and I am very internally competitive with myself. And if I set a goal, I'm going to make it. So that actually helps me. But to also have those people to kind of bounce ideas off is important. Okay, lastly, here's what I want to say. Few little tips. Okay, right now I'm looking at the camera. When I look at the camera, I don't look like I'm looking at you. I look like I'm off to the side. So when you're filming, you need to look at your lens. Don't look. Do you see the difference between this and this? That's a pet peeve of mine. Please look at the camera. It's hard to train yourself not to look at yourself when you're filming. It's super hard, but you just have to do it. If you're filming with your phone, make sure you're filming horizontally and not vertically, because your video will not look good if it's not filmed horizontally. Get to the point of your video. This video is probably the longest video I've ever done. I probably did ramble a little bit, but get to the point. People want to see you, but they don't necessarily need to hear about your bad day or anything negative that's going on. You can share a little bit, but honestly, people come to YouTube to escape. And so keep it light, keep it airy. Be kind to yourself. That is probably hard for me too, because I see everywhere I need to improve, and so I can beat myself up on that. Be kind to yourself. Be unique, because that's what's going to set you apart. There's only one you. Set goals. I definitely have YouTube goals. Set them for yourself, and if it takes you a year or 2 years to get them, that's okay, as long as you're working toward them. Network with people. It's okay to ask other YouTubers questions. Some people are not going to be willing to help you, and some people are. If you have a question you can't figure out, keep asking until someone's willing to help you. Look, there's 8,000 of you and 1 of me. People slip through the cracks on my DMs. They slip through the cracks in my comments, but I do the best I can, and I try and help. I help the people that I see helping themselves. Keep your integrity and do not have clickbait. If it is not in your video, don't say it is. If you are doing an unboxing and try on, you better be trying on the clothes. Does that make sense? And just stop talking about it and do it if you're interested. I hope this video was informative. Like I said, it is my longest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I answered the questions that you need. Again, I know a lot of you wanted tips and tricks on editing. It really just depends on the software that you're using, and I just don't know every software, so I'm not able to tell you, but I promise if you go watch videos, you're going to be able to do it, and you can figure it out. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon for another one. Bye-bye.